Hello.
Hello.
Dean, what are you doing? You've ruined the opening. I had this great monologue set up.
Okay. Sorry.
What do you think about airplanes, huh? Hello. Dean, what are you doing? You've ruined the opening. I had this great... I can hear myself in Dean's thing ages before. Or maybe it's Dan.
Yeah,
anyway,
okay.
How is everybody?
Hello. That was
Hello. It's like 2 hours of rehearsal. That was.
Concerned. Has Dan's rash gone? Yes, it has. It went almost instantaneously.
I was going to ask that. That's good news. Bukkake is amazing. It fixes everything.
Yeah.
Until I go to the moustache.
yeah. I don't know how you got yours. It's the marvel of Japanese technology.
Yeah.
When 30 Japanese businessmen and one woman love each other very much.
Get rid of my rash.
Hi again, ma'am.
Oh yeah.
What she said she is.
Oh. So you guys all right?
Yeah, I think the report.
Yeah, I've gone for the noir lighting. Again.
I've gone for the fluorescent bulb lighting, which I went with last week, and it was such a success. I thought I'd keep it.
I'll be honest with you, you are so well lit, Dean, that I'm starting to wonder if that shed is really being used for marijuana growth.
If I sweat a lot, you know why that is. But I do find I look somewhat ethereal sometimes. It's really quite disturbing because I got a lot of skin to reflect. Sometimes my chair just goes up so it looks like I'm being raptured. So, you know, it's a nice effect. I never have been raptured so far. But
one thing I know about you, Dean, is that you do love the herb.
I love many herbs.
We've got some comments here that are quite good ones. So we've got the drums and the birdie song were performed by the people who kidnapped Terry Waite. That's not true, Tim. My week consists so far of catching a couple shagging on the main stairs. See, Claire runs a Hall's hotel.
All right. I thought you were joking. Wait a minute.
Oh, no, she's waiting on her COVID test results. Oh,
is that resultant of that story? Were they shagging in a COVID way?
Did you have to sort of smack them with a broom?
Well, there's an album for this.
Get out of my Hall's hotel. Sorry, with a Scottish accent. Get out of my hotel.
What the hell was that? How is it any time you do a Celtic accent, it's a race crime?
It's just who I am.
Apart from Irish or Sean Connery, then you're fine.
Get out of my Hall hotel. You're ruining the stairs. I got a COVID test this week.
Oh.
I had to take one for the team.
Did you pass?
I did pass.
I was shagging in a hotel hallway at the time, weren't you?
I was shagging in a hotel in Scotland with a whore. I had to take a COVID test. I had to put the thing up my nose or through my nose, and one at the back of the throat. Like that. I
have a feeling you got tricked. You were telling her to take this.
It was very long and thick, and at the end, I had to have the special soothing balm at the back of my throat. No, it was interesting. It was interesting. The throat one made me feel sick.
It will do.
It makes you retch, and the nose one makes you sneeze. So it kind of felt like I'd done cocaine. I've never done cocaine, so I don't know.
No, same.
So Claire, I'm in solidarity with you on that one. I also had to take a COVID test, and you wait for ages thinking, when are they going to tell you? And then at about 6 o'clock this morning, I got a text from the government NHS saying negative.
Yeah. Oh, that's a shame.
You failed.
I thought they know me so well.
Yeah.
And underneath it said,
Oh, wait. Claire says, I sprayed them down with the anti-bac spray.
like they're a couple of cats.
Needed loads of the spray after those two had been getting sex instead. Oh, you had to clean his banister and her button.
Yeah, what's wrong with your bedrooms, Claire? Are they full of whores? Is it like Jumanji with whores?
Every hotel, it's like one of those when you go to the butcher's, you got to take a number for every hotel room. And if, you can't be bothered to wait.
I need to go to some different butchers because that's just not an experience I've ever had.
Well, you have to, you can get it to lean back. and
exactly. You get a bacon slicer.
Oh.
Classic joke.
Classic joke. My daughter had one that came up inconclusive, then had to have another.
You had an inconclusive daughter. What?
Are you saying you had to have another daughter?
So
You can't tell me definitely it hasn't got COVID. It's going in the...
Wretched Me sounds like a dreadful modern music act. Yes, it does. It does.
Dance music in the early 2000s. Like
they're number one this week with Girl, I Like the Way You Walk. Wretched Knees and Pliers on bongos. I love the story of. I'd love to know. You know those kind of documentaries like The Birth of the Beatles, where they're all sat in a room and John's like, "Hey, we've been playing a long time," and then Ringo will lean forward and go, "Yeah, it's been a hard day's night," that sort of thing. I want a documentary of that where there's two blokes sitting in a shed, and one goes, "I've decided what I'm going to call my name for our musical act." And the other bloke goes, "Oh, what are you going to call yourself?" And he goes, "I'm going to be Chakademus." And then the other guy goes, "Oh, right." And he says, "What are you going to be called?" And he looks around the shed and hanging on the wall, Pliers? Love it.
Chakademus. Go with it.
Yeah.
It's so close. He could have been Chakademus and Creosote. There's so much it could have been.
I once met the guy who was the producer who gave the world Agadoo. And he was in a field, in a festival. And my father said, "This is the guy who is responsible for the song Agadoo."
Wow.
And I just looked at him and he said, "You must hate me, right?" So I said, "Well, I have no particular feelings towards you. Most people hate me." And just walked off.
Wait, was that a festival? You said your dad introduced you?
Yeah, he was doing music management at the time. He had a brief
I don't
stint.
imagine your dad taking you to festivals. So what I pictured is your dad walking you out to a field where the producer of Agadoo is standing and he's got, he produced Agadoo. And then just walked away. That was wasn't far off that, but he was music managing some mid-level acts, and was just backstage at this open air festival. They have like dozens every year. Well, not when there's not a pandemic on, and met a lot of people like that. And he said, "This is the guy who did Agadoo," and just sort of pointed at him and laughed.
I'd like to shake him by the hand. Push pineapple. Sexy on the Stairs was a number 3 hit for Justin Timberlake.
That might be true. I have no way of knowing.
Claire Monty says they are right now. Rooms are 20 quid a night. So they're getting lots of reprobates staying.
That sounds good. Which hotel is it again? Because
it's the Halls Hotel in Scotland.
Yeah, which city? That's a chain, isn't
it? Claire, what city is your Halls premises in? We need to know. The first one failed me. I expected better. Is this children again or tests? I'm not too sure. Chakademus and slug pellets. I like that a lot.
Absolutely would listen.
Yeah. Could easily have been Chakademus and Black and Decker workbench.
Chakademus, Black and Decker. That's got a nice rhythm to it. I like that.
It has.
Ironically,
as the kids today would say, it rocks, man, dude.
Which today are you referring to?
Yesterday. Chakademus, an ancient Tupperware filled with rusty nails. Again, needs some work. I saw Black Lace do Agadoo in a car dealership forecourt in York many years ago. Edinburgh Princess Street, Claire's Halls Hotel.
Right, okay. Caddyshack. We're all going to go there and we're all going to get laid.
I've been there, but I meant Princess Street, not necessarily a Halls Hotel.
Next Edinburgh Festival, we'll all go to Claire's Hall Hotel.
I believe that's venue 8 next year. So I debut hour there. Comedy.
Let's hope it's not stand up, Dan?
It's ballet.
But yeah, 20 quid a room. I mean, you're stupid not to, really.
If it's 20 quid during the Edinburgh Festival, I would be very, very impressed and alarmed.
God, imagine how dirty some of this 20
Exactly.
festival is.
You can get a Portaloo for that much.
Shakademus and Roald Dahl's crusty tissues.
Wait a minute. You've lost the thread of this bit now, Tim. This is things you would find in a shed.
Well, Roald Dahl's got a writing shed.
But,
all the perverted writers have a writing shed. We know this.
Does Dean want to beat up? He says he wants to beat you up.
He's got a big brain announcement today, so I've already been in the media haranguing his.
He says he'll fight you when he's back from space.
Are you genuinely on the row with Elon Musk at the minute?
Not me personally, but basically the science community is. The neuroscience community isn't pleased with him right now because he's announcing at 11 o'clock today, right after this finishes, that he's got a new brain breakthrough, which I'm going to say now hasn't.
Well, is this the thing he thinks he can plug brain? He can put like a hard drive in your brain and you can just learn.
Potentially, yeah.
Oh, look out for Dragon's Den later for the more.
Thank God that idea.
If you've got Elon Musk as a guest for that, I'll be genuinely impressed. I'll be honest.
I've got Elon must not miss that later. Shakademus and Punctured Padding Pool.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I have one of them.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I've got 3 in the shed.
I've got one in the shed, yeah. Any more? No, good. Yeah, so Dean, what have you been up to this week?
I bought some running shoes today. I actually went to a shop and had a full assessment because I don't go running very often. Actually, I never have been. And I thought I'd better start. Not trying to be brag. Sort of like how a diabetic takes insulin. I thought I'd better go to the gym because I'll die. And so I had the full analysis, and they said my stance and my stride is fine. I genuinely was surprised. I thought I'd be running like a clown with rickets, but no, just fine.
You had an analysis to buy some shoes.
Yeah, running shoes, man. You got to go on the treadmill. You have a camera. Look at your gait. Look at your arch. Look at your roll. I didn't expect it to be like that. I thought it'd be like the way your feet roll. when you sort of
Sports Direct, yeah.
No, it was a shop I wanted to go in.
Wow, I didn't know you had to have an assessment to buy shoes. It's like Hitler's Britain. Yeah. That's
what the shop's called, actually, weirdly.
You can't buy these shoes without the assessment.
I love that. That does feel like an overreaction you would get on Twitter. And now we visit Hitler's Britain. And it's just on a treadmill going, just running.
Just put them on and run. Don't even pay for them. Show how good they are by outpacing them.
That's ironic, yeah. That's nice.
Yeah. So catch me now, losers. And then they'll say, "We've only got one on."
Yeah.
I'll say, I lived with Heather Mills for 5 years.
Also, you've never run in your life. You're not doing a very good job.
I saw her when the bin lorry came and she had to put it out before they left. She didn't have time to put her leg on. That's awful. Why are we saying this?
What are we?
Why are we identifying this with Dean trying to shape up? Now he's a Friday night YouTube sensation.
Yeah, this is my big break. Yes,
Dean was a YouTube sensation before we had him on this.
What, was I?
Show? Yeah, you've been on the Cosmic Shambles with
that's someone else's sensation. No?
Robin Cox and Tom Ince, Brian Ince. Sorry,
haven't you been on Sky News?
Yeah,
a few times.
You've been on stuff in that shed.
Yeah, that's why I got the book plugs permanently there. They're glued in there. Just
next, you'll be having hair plugs. That's part of your rehabilitation.
Ample space for that. Do they just transplant your pubes, or is that a rumor of yours?
They cut off your pubes and they stick them to your head. Yeah, that's right. That's what they do.
Yeah.
I think that's what they did with Wayne Rooney, anyway. Dan, what have you been doing this week?
Nothing. It's a pandemic.
I mean, shoes.
There must be something. I must have done something, but no. Do you know what? All I've done is buy the film The Postman and watch part of it.
And you brought this to my house.
And I brought that. Oh, you know what? I did. I brought that to your house.
And what we're doing on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen.
In preparation for our podcast next week. That's been 1 week.
Share with the viewers Steven Seagal's most dignified face on the cover. I find it hilarious.
Yeah, what was the thing? If you zoom in on his face, he looks like he's struggling
to read the instructions on a packet of rice. So,
yeah.
What?
He looks like those telescopes that you give people to look through. Where someone's put it on like the gravy jug when he's naked. Very sweet gravy. And he's like, oh no. but it's permanent. Do Dean and Dan live in conjoining terraces? They live in the same town.
Yeah, I'm a mile away from you. I was at your
walking distance.
Yeah, well,
did you jog there and back?
No, because I haven't had my gait checked and my arm bollocks.
Your arse bollocks? What?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
How in depth the test do you think I went through?
We're just going to do an assessment. Yeah, your shoes are all right, but you got your bollocks up your ass. Yeah, that's what's doing it.
Dan, have you ever been on Sky News?
No, I've been on regional Welsh news.
Okay, so you've been on BBC News.
I've been on BBC News. I was not named. There was just a silhouette of me.
I don't know. IRA?
No, no. We were protesting a school closing down. I forget.
Hang on, I watched a thing about you talking about Welsh comedy when you were talking in that language you talk. That was on BBC, wasn't it?
Wait, what was that? Oh, what, a documentary?
There was like a thing recently. You sent me the link to it where you were, you were on there speaking in your Welsh language about comedy.
Well, it's not my Welsh language.
Well, it's your brand of Welsh language.
Yeah.
You have claimed it as your own, yes.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah, that wasn't BBC. That was S4C. Yeah, that was. I forgot about that. I was quid. So that's S4C's budget for the year. Yeah, that wasn't the news. That was just a feature for World Joke Day.
That's right.
Yeah,
that was exciting.
Sure,
that's faith. That's exciting.
It was exciting. I was on BBC News.
What for?
Talk about James Bond, of course.
What was the angle?
I was kind of front facing. No, it was when Daniel Craig agreed to do one more. So the BBC rang me and said, "Do you want to come on and talk about if that's a good idea or not?" And I said, "Yes." And they went on and said, "It's not a good idea, is it?"
Who interviewed you?
Oh, I can't remember his name. Sean someone. Oh, I'm sorry, Connery. Sean, if you're watching. Huh? Sean Connery. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think a little...
He said, "What time do you want to be on?" I said, 10-ish. And he said, "Oh, I haven't got a racket." Yeah, that's a terrible joke. Yeah, it was Sean somebody, and it was very exciting because it was live, and I was staring at a screen that had nothing on it.
Yeah, it's weird, that, isn't it?
Yeah, they just send you like a link, but you can't see them, and they can't. Well, they can see you obviously because you're on telly. But it was weird, and I didn't actually see myself until it went out. So someone sent me a link later. That was exciting.
Were you pleased with your thoughts?
Yes, I was. Yeah, that was exciting. Sean Lay, thank you, Diane Telford. It was Sean Lay.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I laid with Sean Lay.
John was great on BBC News. He had 4 pints during a 3-minute interview,
but not of beer. No, I didn't drink at all. I was too nervous because I was worried because it was live.
It was fairly early in the day. Who's like, I got to be on a BBC at 9:30 this morning.
It was at 7:30 at night.
Oh, hello.
I was on Russia Today once by accident.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that. Tell her. Hang on. My researcher tells me a story that you were on Russia Today by accident.
Yeah, I got a call. This happens reasonably often when you put your name out there as someone who can talk about science stuff to the media if they want you to.
Yeah.
And they called me, "Will you be on?" Well, they asked me, "Will you be on Russia Today?" But they called it RT, and there's no point they say Russia. And
you thought they meant RTL, the soft erotica German channel.
I keep thinking that RT isn't just the Radio Times.
Well, actually, what I thought it was, because a week before I'd done 2 interviews for RTE, the Irish media radio channel, and I thought it was them again. So will you be on RT today? Okay, yeah, cool. Like, give us your Skype account. I said, "Oh, that's new. I must be doing one of those video things." And I sat in front of my Skype again, like the blank screen said, "And now on Russia Today." I was, oh shit, what have I agreed to now? But it was nothing. I don't think it's anything political. But if I have caused strife to anyone, I apologise because that was not my intention.
Sorry, Dean, but I do agree that you're a Putin stooge.
I mean, I can't rule it out. I genuinely can't rule it
out. But actually, you're wrong, Mr. Ox. He's Putin's Scrooge. Every Christmas, he's visited by 3 Russian ghosts. Sorry, that's not even funny.
I don't know where to go with that, but I enjoyed it.
Dean is part of Putin's propaganda now. The shame, and that's coming from someone who runs a Hall's Hotel. So
Three Russian ghosts.
Shame.
Three Russian ghosts, and they're each inside each other. Get smaller as you go down.
That's the sort of thing that happens in Claire's hotel. Yeah, three Russian people inside each other who get smaller as they go on.
The joke is okay, but the timing was absolutely shocking. So I apologize for that.
Well, you know what the secret to good comedy is, don't you?
Timing.
Pub.
Timing.
No. It's having good jokes and stuff, I think. I invaded Ukraine because of Dean.
That was a separate thing, though. Like, no.
Dean, you ever been to Salisbury?
Oh, this is getting bad now, Dean. You've got a reputation. Fucked up now. People used to think he was the scientist who didn't use polonium.
I never claimed otherwise. I have never said at any point that I've never used polonium.
So someone is accusing you of having killed Paul Litchfield.
Yeah, they are.
Well,
Dean on the show the week after Paul Litchfield goes on a holiday. Everybody I heard from Paul Litchfield today, he's fine. He'll recover shortly. He's gone to Germany to be treated by their doctors.
Did he call you in a Welsh accent?
Revealing the secret of the hotel, lad. Sorry, Claire, but Claire's Hall's hotel is £20 a room. That's very reasonable. Should you wish to hire a lady of the night or a man of the night,
I love
or whatever.
Right? So many. This show advertises so many products and services, and you don't get a penny for it. You don't get a penny for it.
No.
You're getting a cut of that whole hotel.
Is £20 a room with the hall, or is that separate?
I think it's without. I think the hall, it's like a mini bar.
Yeah, that's
Paul Litchfield, who killed Dean today? Oh, Dean killed today. Sorry. Dean, how do you excuse the illegal occupation of the Crimea? Shame.
I tend not to think about it. So it doesn't affect me personally, so it's fine. That's how politics works, right?
Fine. That's how politics works, yeah. I think if you were to explain politics to a child, that would be a wonderful way to do it. So think on how long before the Horse Hotel becomes the Horse Hotel or hotel. I don't know. I mean, perhaps. So I guess into that maybe.
Could be a Horse Hotel.
Exactly. Depends what you're into. Don't
Dean caused the Tunguska incident.
No, I believe that is when a meteorite hit the snowy bit of Russia.
Yes, that was like many decades before I was born. But, I'll take credit for that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, a lot of extras get charged. Wi-Fi breakfast prostitutes. I believe they like to be called sex workers, to be fair, Claire. I think you've got a lot of forwards walking to do.
I think I saw Wi-Fi breakfast prostitutes at the Cardiff Union once.
They were great, yeah. It was also a pulp B-side.
They supported the fall.
Yeah. Where are we? We're at 9:20. We've got a few features tonight. So what did we say the first feature was going to be? Who are we going to
believe it? Well, it ties in quite nicely to what was just being said about the death of Paul Litchfield.
It does. It does. Sorry, Dan, go for it.
I was going to say, well, we could do that feature that we have discussed, but I'd have to get the guest post.
Indeed,
why don't you go and get the ghost? Why don't you go and get the guest?
Go get the ghost.
I talked to Dean about what we've been up to this week.
Yes. Go get the Russian ghost.
Dean.
Hello, John. Yes, John.
Did you hear the story about the man who bought a pair of trousers?
I did not hear any particular story about this subject. No.
Oh. Well, without context, it doesn't really work. So
okay, sorry.
Don't worry about that. Is it true that on Robin Ince's show you get money and crisps?
If you go and do the live things, you get crisps. Yes.
Wow. Because I've done a podcast with Robin. I call him Robin because I know him a bit. Can you get me back on? Can you get me on the Cosmic? I want to get in the Cosmic Shambles network. Can you get me in there?
Probably could. Just ask.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. We're being interrupted here because we've got a very special guest, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to present to you our next feature with a very, very special guest.
Wow.
Mr. Walken, always a
pleasure.
Wow. Again, what a show. And I'll tell you, I've been listening backstage, and it sounds like I'm dealing with a couple of crooks and whores. And that's fine. You're my crowd. It's great to be here. Wow. I'm just going to drink from Dan's kid's cup, which is, I can see now, is a frozen cup. Belongs to his kids, and he's drinking. I mean, wow. What is this shit? Sauvignon Blanc. from a private bin. From a private bin.
Oh, that's the Welsh bin we all get our wine from. Yeah, sorry about that.
Bin. Sorry, Chris. I mean, if Christopher, sorry, if I'd have known you were coming, I'd have sent you some sort of high class drink.
It's okay. I drink worse than this at home. It's nice to just be having something that's not from me. From me.
You mean you haven't paid for or had to source?
I sourced it a while back when it was a different fluid, but then I put it in me and I converted it with my walking parts. I haven't drunk anything from. I had a glass of water in 1987, and I'm just recycling that one. Think of the planet.
Well, absolutely.
You're a hero, sir. Modern day hero.
No, I believe you're here because you've got some.
I'm a game show host. I'm a host of games.
You're hosting games, and I believe you've brought with you this week. Sorry, I did a burp. You brought with you this week some pictures from Paul Litchfield's holiday.
I've been keeping an eye on that bastard's Instagram. And he's giving the impression he's having a good time, but I've got access to his secret Instagram. I have access to everyone's secret Instagram. That's the power of me. Wow. So I can see what, he's telling the world, having a great time here in Greece, but I can see what's really happening. And these are the pictures I've downloaded. And I'm going to show you now. And let's try and guess. Are we going to tell him the name of the game?
What's ruining Paul Litchfield's holiday?
What's ruining Paul Litchfield's holiday? That's okay. So this is
hang on,
the first one. I'll blurt it out. See if you can guess, you commenting bastards. What's ruining Paul's vacation?
What's this picture, everybody? While we wait, Christopher, I'd like to ask you, what was it like working with Robert De Niro?
I mean, that guy, he's got a mole on his face, and I'll be honest, it's all I can look at.
No, of course.
There's a guy who likes the whores.
Wow. So we've got some guesses here. Is it a Maggie Thatcher sex doll?
No, but I like the way you think.
E.T. having a stroke on the beach?
When isn't he?
Jesus with a dildo?
Again, I mean, sure, close.
Princess Leia with her heart exploding?
I mean, that's too soon.
Theresa May running through a wheat field?
No, that's clearly a beach, you mad bastard.
Maggie Smith sunbathing topless?
I got pictures of that, but I'm not showing you.
Someone carrying a leg?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Wow. Graham Dallas, what a guy. This guy's playing the game. I'm going to ask you, though. Okay, 1 point for that. But let me ask you, who's carrying the leg?
Who's carrying a leg? You've got half of it. Who's the person carrying the leg?
This is for everyone. Play. Who's carrying the leg?
Jump in if you know.
Someone guessed Francis Delator, which is, wow, there's a reference for the kids.
It's not Wogan, no.
It would make sense, though. You just follow Paul around.
Okay, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds. 10.
No.
9.
He's on Vulcan time. I forgot about that.
7, 6. 5. 4. 3, 2. 1. Show him who that was.
That is
Penelope Keith. She's a national treasure. She's got a human leg. We don't ask why. 1 point out of the guy who said leg.
Yeah, 1 point for Graham Dallas.
Well done, you fuck.
Right, okay. Shall I show the next one?
Let's go. What's that? Who's that? He's on a Greek patio? Who could it be? What's he doing? What is that? What are we looking at?
Paul's enjoying it.
Oh, because you're a dirty bunch. It's not a dildo.
Who could it be? It's not Ronnie Corbett with a shotgun.
Hang
on a minute.
Son of a bitch. Fuck. Did I make this I mean, not me,
Yeah.
Hey, did fate make this too easy? Because this is what's happening to Paul. It's close. I'm going to tell you this. Not a shotgun. Also, that's not how you spell Connor. But, wow.
There we go. That's Tom O'Connor. Hang on. I said, hang on. That's Tom O'Connor with a machete.
Tom O'Connor machete. Wow.
I mean, that's really good. That's really good.
This is weird.
Yeah, so Tim Coleman, you
on holiday with Paul.
Yeah. That's really good. Should we go for the next one, Christopher?
Let's play this game until the end of the world.
Okay.
Whoa, what's that? What could it be? Shout it out.
So
Dan, no way, laughing like an amateur. I'm glad you can't see me right now because I'm dealing with Dan and he's laughing like an asshole.
Christopher, while we're waiting, is it true that you've played Pac-Man?
Is it true that I what?
Played Pac-Man.
Played Pac-Man, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to see me play Pac-Man?
I think everyone would like to see you play Pac-Man. Let's just while we're waiting, let everybody digest that. Should we just get rid of that for a moment and we can see you play Pac-Man?
Okay. I have Pac-Man at all times in front of me on a console that was made for me by mother. Okay, I'm playing Pac-Man. Okay, down, 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 up, up. Oh, I'm gonna say, let's go up, up. Let's mix it up. I'm gonna say right, down. Uh-oh, no, there's a ghost. There's a ghost on my tail. Run away from the ghost. Run, go. Oh, look, a big piece of cheese. Now the hunter becomes the hunted. I'm gonna turn that off now, but that was fun.
Oh, that was great. Thank you very much. Any guesses for this particular picture? The Goodies drinking with the Grumbleweeds? No. Good guess, though. The Bee Gees dressed as Russian grannies? No. The Bee Gees on unicycles? No.
I'm not seeing anyone even close. I think the closest one so far. Jesus.
Hanson on segways? No.
I think that's the closest so far. So let's show them what it is.
Yeah.
It's just three lovely Greek dancers. It's Michael Gove. That would ruin my holiday and women.
That's around.
Let's go to the next image because I kept you waiting with your Pac-Man, which I loved. Next image.
Oh, this one's tricky. What could it be?
Who could that be?
Or what? Could be a what?
Or what? Yeah, could be a beast or an object.
Just those two, nothing else.
That could be anything. Oh, what I'm trying to say.
Anyone? Quinn's self-relating.
No, although he couldn't he? Apparently.
And that's the rumor now. In the next generation, it was Marilyn Manson who had his rib removed for that. So.
Oh, is it? So is everyone from each generation?
I think
can we have some work for our generation? It's me.
Yeah. I actually had some ribs put back in to make sure I couldn't.
I mean, Lord knows I've tried.
Yeah. I didn't even try. I just thought one day I'm going to be bored and I want to trap myself, especially if I've had a big lunch.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Metal Mickey finger blasting June Whitfield. Boy George serenading Paul Litchfield.
Impression here and say you're close, but you're not right.
Knight Rider changing his tire on a country lane. John Pertwee as Davros. That's a good guess, but not a good guess.
I think this one might have beaten the crowd.
I think it has. Let's reveal it. It is, of course,
Princess Anne doing a hard house DJ set.
I mean, when you see it now, it's so fucking obvious, isn't it? Let's go for the next one.
Okay. Is this the last one?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's been fun.
Oh, it's been lots of fun, Christopher.
Indeed, yes.
Okay, what's that? Who's that?
Who is it?
It's not Eric Bristow banging a mule.
No, it's not. No. Although, you know. No, that's the last one. When you're looking at the comments in the program I used, you have to wait, and then suddenly it burps tons of them into your shark in a helicopter. No.
You know what? Somebody has got fucking close again. I mean, weirdly, George White and a total brat. You're in the right area. I
can exclusively reveal that part of that is a drone.
But which one? Top or bottom?
Top or bottom. An albatross picking up Dean in distress. Sylvester McCoy being carried off by an eagle. I like that a lot. Lembit Opik reclaimed by the carrion vulture that raised.
Give that guy a point anyway.
Yeah. Matt, you've got a point for that. That's very good. Roy Barraclough on a drone. No.
I guess who's with the drone at this point?
Yeah, I think drone is part of the answer at this point. You have to. Dean's drone picking up Elon Musk.
I wish I had a drone.
I have. When I hear my own voice, right, guys? Yeah.
It's a lovely voice.
That. You're beautiful.
Oh, thank you. This is how Dean will defect to Russia.
I feel more interested now. This is quite nice.
That is amazing. Imagine if you went to the beach one day and just like, I'm just going for a walk, and everyone will be like, oh, he's very very self-reflective today. And he's like, see you fuckers, I'm off to Russia. A drone attacking Sir Clive Sinclair. Oh, Richard Wilson attacked by a drone.
Okay, we're not going to get it.
No.
I'm going to give them 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 2. 1, and show them the fucking thing. It's Christopher Timothy.
Of course.
Christopher Timothy is what we had on the card.
Obvious. Well, Christopher, thank you so much for sharing your snaps with us.
It's been great. And, I'd love to come back and show you pictures that I've taken of you that you don't know of.
Please do. I'd like to see pictures of me doing things I don't know about, particularly as I have Memento-style amnesia. So it helped me build a picture of my own personal life.
Oh, that's sad now. I was joking, but now you have a disability.
But you're helping me with it.
I don't. I'm not a doctor.
All right. Well, Christopher, safe travels back to where are you going this evening?
Bridgend.
Bridgend. Is that in Spain or somewhere?
No, it's in Wales. I live here now. I can't leave. I don't want to go. It's pretty.
Oh, well, good luck going back to Bridgend.
It's a living hell. I lied a moment ago.
I was born in Bridgend, and I can confirm. Yes.
That's why I don't want to go back.
I've never been to Bridgend, but Christopher, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Christopher Walken.
I'm going to go.
Yeah. See you later. So, Dean, did you hear the story about the man who had 10 chickens?
Yes.
Okay, good. I couldn't be bothered to explain it, so I'm really pleased you knew about it. I feel a bit sorry for Christopher Walken's wife. His pacing is well off.
Oh, I see.
Oh, Dan, you're back.
Yeah.
Dan, you would not believe who was just in your living room.
Was it Christopher Timothy?
It was Christopher Walken.
Oh,
close. Halfway there.
Yeah, of course. The opposite of Christopher Reeve. Sorry, that's a horrible joke. I love Christopher Reeve more than anything in the world.
I know you're.
Huh?
I saw a trailer for a film that I hadn't heard of before. So Christopher Reeve from after he got famous from Superman called, what do you call it? When he's like a priest.
Oh, the Monsignor.
Monsignor, which you can't get anywhere. Or it's like 70 quid a DVD, and I was going to pick it for our Tuesday night film just to be awkward.
I've seen it.
Is it good?
Well, I was very young. It was part of that time where I would watch anything with Christopher Reeve, Harrison Ford, or Timothy Dalton in it.
Right.
So when they were on telly, I'd be like, I have to take that. Because it's got
Timothy Dalton in. So it's Living Daylights, License to Kill, Flash Gordon, and Hawks.
Hawks? Yeah. You've also got Brenda Starr.
What's that?
It's a comic book movie he was in with Brooke Shields.
So what's that sextet one with
yeah, sextet with Mae West.
Mae West, yeah. You did a good episode of that, didn't you? With
he sings in that. He sings. Love will keep us together.
I have not heard of any of these things. And
I did an episode on Sextet. It's amazing.
It sounds
because he's romancing Mae West, and she's like 89 years old.
Yeah.
I know he's in Hot Fuzz, Graham Dallas. I'm just looking at the comments.
Oh, but no, but we're talking about films when I was young. There was another one I used to watch with Dalton in Flash Gordon.
Yeah, I said Flash Gordon. Did I say Flash Gordon?
Did you say Flash Gordon? Yeah. I thought you said Flash Drive.
Flash Gordon.
We've got
a copy of Flash Gordon. That was the thing. Every kid I knew, all the naughty kids in school had a VHS copy of Flash Gordon when I was growing up.
Flash Gordon, yeah. I remember borrowing that from a kid off school and taking it home and thinking, "Here we go, Wank City, population me," and it's barely got anything in it, is it?
No, I haven't seen it because I was a good boy.
I suppose I've heard of it because I was a better boy.
I went to a dirty school where I did actually manage to get hold of hardcore pornography as well. But on this particular occasion, it was like, "Here's Flash Gordon." I took it home, and it was just like really. The comments are going to go mental now. It was really softcore and not very interesting. Forgive me, everybody, if there's any Flash Gordon heads out there. But I remember it being very disappointing, and the sequel as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of them.
That is a very good line. Yeah. I remember Flash Gordon being very, very. It's like when you see Stonehenge up close, very.
What was the first? What was the closest first actual thing to porn that you got your hands on then? Because I remember somebody at school was selling porn, and all it was they had done the shower scene from Nuns on the Run and put it on a loop and sold it as porn.
What, with Eric Idle and Robbie Coltrane?
Yeah. There's a nun walking through the shot, and the camera follows her, and then it settles on Robbie Coltrane and Eric Idle, which is where it cut. And then it cuts back to the start of the shot, the same nun walking nude again, about 15 times. So you paid a $5 and you got about, 20. It was about 5 minutes of porn.
That was filmed at my school.
Oh, charity.
No, it wasn't.
Nuns on the Run. It was.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember going out to get my coach home one day, and there were like loads of movie location trucks and stuff in the car park, and they were like, "Oh, they're filming a film here," and it was Nuns on the Run.
Oh, that's really nice. We had an episode of Russ Abbott filmed at our school.
Wow.
I found out just last year that there was a Ready Brek advert filmed in the pub that I lived in.
Hang on, Ready Brek? Is that still going?
Well, this is from like 1980 something. So.
Oh, right. I thought you meant like you heard last week.
No. I found out last week that happened in the past.
Wait a minute. What kind of advert is it for Ready Brek where somebody is eating Ready Brek in a pub?
the pub's it's outside the pub. Kids walking past it. They're all like glowing.
That's probably the glowing one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a glowing. Right? That's my pub, the Royal Hotel. That's where I lived for like 15 years. Right there.
Wow. I saw the hardcore. Here we go. Here's the whore hotel runner. I saw the hardcore version of Caligula at my mate's house when we were kids. Couldn't believe Helen Mirren, Peter O'Toole, and Gielgud were in it. There's an interesting story about that. Is that it was shot as a kind of raunchy film, and then the producer of the film, I'm sure George White will be in here in a minute to correct me. The producer of the film was like, and was like, so he went away and he put in loads of hardcore smut in it, so he could also sell it as a porno. And when the actors who were in it were like, hang on a minute, I didn't want to be in a hardcore porn film, but tough shit. The first porny film I saw was because I had a brother who was 5 years older than me, and he wasn't in the film, but his friend brought round some tapes and left them in his room, and I put one of them on. There we go. I told you George would be there. Bob Gurney was the producer of Penthouse. Gielgud was apparently delighted, because Gielgud was not backwards and coming forwards. There you go. Claire knows as well. The whore hotel never lets you down.
It's slogan, isn't it?
Yeah, and So he left some tapes at my house, and I put one of them on, and it was a film called Here Comes the Bride. Oh, God. And I was 9. I remember looking at that and thinking, what's happening?
To me, right now, in the trousers.
In the trouser department. The first porn I saw had the legend John Holmes in it, who now is, of course, Radio Kent.
Yeah.
Oh dear. You know what? It's 9:45. I'm going to do some quick poetry.
Okay.
Because there's a new thing we've got this week. We've got the news at 10 o'clock, so I want to get in before the news.
Of course.
So this is some poetry I've written for you guys this week, because you all have not been aware previously that I'm a poet, and it's something I do on the spare time. So I've just knocked out 4 quick poems. That they're going to keep you thinking. That's the important thing. I want you all to think. I want to use more of this, less of that, and that. So the first one's called Colorblind. We all want to be colorblind. But if color is only a color, why is hate red? Hatred. There's that one. Okay, the next one's called Streets. They walk the streets with no faces. They sleep in the streets with no mattresses. They ask for change, but not money. Who are they? Human beings? No. Human am. Ings. Okay. This one's a bit of a dalliance. I like to a dalliance poem when I'm not commenting on social affairs. This is a dalliance. So, this is called The Butterfly Man. The butterfly man walks from field to field, sun on his back and his eyes fiercely peeled. Papillon hunter, a life on the road, hoping beyond hope that his balls don't explode. Again, that's a dalliance. It's just a dalliance. Don't worry about it. Oh. And this is one that I've been saving for. This is what I've been saying.
I can't wait decades from now when people will say, "So, what did you do during the pandemic?" It's all on YouTube, guys.
Okay, this is one that I was saving for my
funeral.
No, I was saving it for the satirical poetry group that I do every Thursday night. But I'm going to read it out for you guys now. This one's called Dear Prime Minister. Dear Prime Minister, can you see out of your window? Can you hear out of your door? There's people feeling let down. Their emotions scarred and raw. But what is it you can do for them? To save them from their fears? You could open up a dialogue. You could open up your ears. For time is running out for us. The planet's on a meter. Perhaps you could do us all a service and put your cock in a heater. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of my poetry group for this evening.
If you don't show language, that would mean.
I don't need any feedback. Thank you. I'm
genuinely. When this is all over, we are going to go to San Francisco. You're going to put on your black turtleneck, and we're going to go around the coffee houses. You're going to read all those out.
Yeah.
Kill you.
Where's this going?
I think the Butterfly Man would be timeless. I think the other ones are more satire based, because obviously by then homelessness will be cured. And
they got a shelf life.
Yeah, they're gonna bang that out by next October.
Yeah. Well, there we go. It's 10 to 10. So let's have a look at the comments, because at 10 o'clock we got the news. Wow, someone says about the poetry. I feel a poetry anthology book coming on. I'd happily write one. Could you set the Butterfly Man to music? Probably. That should be on the GCSE English syllabus. Syllabus. The last one was the best. Not my words, the words of Diane Telford. So, and Diane is addicted to crack. Dan looks like he's on Gogglebox.
I did when I was back like this, just enjoying.
Let them watch.
On Hancock, when they have the poetry reading, they just say adopt the position. I was just adopting the position to be fully accepting of your words.
One thing I like about Dan, apart from his love of Biggles, is that he was raised on a strict diet of old radio shows, which is very admirable, I think.
Yeah, round the horn, Hancock. Not only, but we're not. What was the John Cleese one with David Hatch?
I'm sorry, I'll read that again.
Of course, I would have known 10 minutes ago, but I'm pissed.
Oh. Well, I'm pissed as well. I've drunk most of a bottle of wine.
Well,
it's only 10 cents.
I think Malcolm drank some of them, so you might get pop up.
And it's going to be a long last hour. That's all I'm saying. But we've got lots of features, so don't worry. We've got lots of excitement coming up.
Oh. This one tastes like limes, apparently.
Well, it's from the bin. What do you expect? It's probably got yesterday's cocktail in it. And in the last hour, Steve's defected to Russia, of course. That's exciting.
The drone will just come in. I'll just levitate slowly, give you all the finger.
If only Burgess and McLean had done a YouTube show before they defected, it would have been a better world. I'm telling you that now. Is Dan only allowed to drink out of a sippy cup this weekend?
It's all I've got.
Might as well fix it. I'm addicted to crack. Yeah. So, what should we talk about for 10 minutes?
Dean,
I'd like to ask you a very important question. Actually,
go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Science. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where did it begin?
Where did it begin, Dean?
Do you want to serious answer that, or do you actually want just an off-the-cuff response?
I would like you to tell me who first came up with science.
Was it caveman? Was it a caveman?
Let's go with it.
Was it Ugg Raymond Baxter? Was it Ugg Maggie Philbin?
I'm going to go with yes to all that. I mean, you'll probably lose something in translation. It was 2 rocks dropped on a river. That's that guy.
Right. Seriously, I'm asking you a question here. Right, you sit down for your brain test in science school, okay. And surely one of the first tests would be right. It's 1710, and someone scienced for the first time. What happened?
So for the first time in 1710. So every advance.
Let's be honest.
That's a good idea.
1604.
Before the Great Fire of London. They discovered fire then. That's why London burnt down. I see what you're doing.
Is that where they got fire extinguishers from?
Yeah, I think weirdly the fire extinguisher was invented before fire.
That's interesting. Did they use poor people's pizzle, as they called it in those days? Extinguish the fire with your pizzle.
Dean, did you say fire extinguisher was invented before fire?
Yes, I didn't think you'd take it seriously.
Oh, shit. And you said it with conviction. You're like, no, genuinely, get an Oscar because you genuinely, and that's true. Because there is the fact that technically the screwdriver was invented before the screw. First of all, Claire, let me explain something to you. We just wine drinkers, all right? I made a decision. It was going to be this or a mug. Now then, Dean.
Yes.
That's a lie what you just said about fire extinguishers, right?
I believe it as well, by the way.
You're going to get away with it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. How could
this is the danger of science. This is why
nobody John went, nobody in the comments or anything. I'm the only one who went, hang on, Dean's a lying fuck.
I actually have had a habit of doing that. When I was like 16, my younger cousin was quite impressionable. I managed to convince her that Australia was a different planet. I just said it with a very straight face. Different planet, see? That's, Then our Australian relatives came to visit, and that was confusing for her. I enjoyed it, though. Fun for a while.
I've got this week. I'll nail this.
Go on, then.
Machinklech. No. Machienech.
A lot of the elements are there. That's not bad.
They're all the right not necessarily in the right order.
That's half bad.
You know what? Just since John tried that, my rash has come back.
Mac. So Mac, right? Mac.
Yeah.
Un. Mac and Clef. Clef.
Mac and right, fine. Put it all together.
Mac and Clef. Oh, fuck it. Grimsby.
Stoke.
Hang on. There was a question for Dean there, and it's all jumped. I know Dan is trying to give the impression he's looking at John and Dean, but he really just looks like he's having an episode and may need assistance. I think he's doing a good job of that Brady Bunch style thing. When Dean is doing the whole neuroscience thing, is he imagining a 3D brain floating in the air in front of him? That was going to be my next question, actually.
Sometimes depends on what the assignment is.
Do you go into a sort of fugue state like in Sherlock, and imagine a brain, and you have to go to like a brain temple.
Mind Palace. Yeah, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
I do that when I'm masturbating, so that's fair enough. I mean, to me, it's a science.
Will you imagine me doing that in your masturbation?
No. I mean, I go into a wank palace.
Oh, it's a very niche fetish.
I'd like to apologise for constantly asking John to do an impersonation of Johnny Rotten on the Bill Grundy Show. It was selfish of me, and I regret it. Could you maybe do it again? I know. No, I think Tim's trying to build some sort of "my name is my passport" deal going on here.
Such an obscure reference.
Mac and Clef, who died this week.
Yeah.
You'll need another COVID test after trying that. I don't know what that means. Oh, no. Mac and Clef, Welsh word for the speed of sound.
Didn't know that.
Imagine this show going for more than 20 minutes without much. Yeah, sorry. That's me. Sorry, everybody.
I come back to it, but it's blown my mind you've just done a sneakers reference.
Yeah. Well, I did it about 3 weeks ago.
But okay, fine. But the thing is, I genuinely before this, I said to a couple of people, "Oh, you should watch," and they say, "No, it'll be a bunch of obscure references to films we don't know because we were born, decades after the film was made." It's like, no, it won't be, and it literally was exactly what you just did. Is why people.
Well, the thing is, Sneakers is a very underrated film. And if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it. And my name is. Oh look, Chris Hewitt from Empire is joining us this evening. Hi, Chris.
Oh, I like
Talk
Chris.
us through your wank palace, John. How many rooms is it? Well, I imagine it's a sort of dingy. It's probably the sort of place Claire runs, actually. And I've paid 20 quid to live in a wank palace, so Claire is very much.
What was that? The Untouchables one.
What?
What did you just do? Untouchables with Chris?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted.
We had a lot of fun. You interrupted me talking about wanking, for God's sake. I'm very pleased. Chris Hewitt, former editor of Empire, now writer of Empire, is here asking me a wank question, ladies and gentlemen. That's very exciting. I wouldn't like to see Prince Andrew's wank palace. I'll tell you what, it wouldn't be very grimy. Condensation on the walls, wouldn't it? He doesn't sweat.
Just ladybugs on repeat, I bet.
Also, he doesn't wank.
Actually, Prince Andrew's favourite film is definitely Ladybug.
Oh, easily. Yeah. I bet he invested too.
That's his Citizen fucking Kane. That is. If Dan puts his right hand up out of shot of his head and John makes his left hand appear from below his shot, it would look like Dan has travelled through space. Should we try that? So I have to make my left hand appear from below his shot. No, it doesn't quite work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that works. What did you do during the pandemic?
I spoke to 2 Welshmen and it was lovely.
See, nice.
I've had too much wine. You know what? I'm going to say I'm very much at home in a wank palace. We all are. It's a very beautifully landscaped location, just off the shores of the Wank Bank on the river.
Wait, no, come on. Think about it.
The river onanism.
Thank you. Lovely.
Yeah, there you go.
Which is a whitewater rapid.
It's a whitewater rapids, yeah.
I was going to say avoid the low-hanging fruit, and it
depends. It can be a very calm stream or a white river rapid, depending how long you've got till the wife comes back with the shopping.
And how many times you've already gone down the river.
That's right. I mean, towards the end, the river's out. You're this dirty bank, but there's no water, and you're trying to paddle, but there's resistance.
It's just dust.
I remember when I was about 11, I was watching the Larry Sanders Show, and there was a comedian on it who was supposed to be like a washed-up shit comedian who just made shit jokes, and I thought they were all brilliant. Like one of them. I'm so old now. When I masturbate, just a white flag comes out. I'm so old now. Just steam comes out. I thought this guy's a fucking genius, missing the point of the episode entirely.
No, I'd agree. I think he's a genius. Prince Andrew's Wank Palace lost their way after album 2. They did, I'm afraid. But what's that? It's 10 o'clock. Everybody, it's time. It's time. He says, trying to find the jingle. It's time for the nose at 10. It's the nose at 10. Now, what's going to happen this evening is that we're all going to take turns reading you some headlines of things that might not have happened this week. Who's going to go first? Dean. Oh, Dan, sorry. Confusing. Dan goes first, then Dean.
Welsh people.
You all look the same to me. Dan, then Dean, then me. Off we go.
Okay. Nigel Farage on course for Christmas #1.
Dean. Liberal Democrats hold press conference to announce that they still exist.
I'm on the wrong page. Kim Jong-un dies for the 17th time this year.
Argos report disappointing sales of beef trampoline.
The notorious serial killer known as the Melon Pants Strangler, rumoured to have been apprehended on Greek island.
Peppermint salesman fed to wolves in Bicester.
Pope defends appearance in Oak Furniture Land advert.
After yet another facelift, Simon Cowell's forehead is reported to be interfering with satellites.
I do it again, says woman found driving hatchback through magnet farm.
Curtains to be replaced by flashers standing outside with coats open under new government plans.
Wadmals to be declared an endangered species after Uncle Bulgaria is found wedged under the bumper of a transit van.
Unemployed postman found full of vinegar purses. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the nose at 10. I missed the end off there. Never mind. That was an exciting new feature.
That was. What are the comments? I love it. You know, it's gone well when the comments are just quoting words that we said.
Yeah. Like ha 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 ha.
I never said that.
Yeah. Am I late? The real bestie. Don't know. The river onism is
the show. There's already pictures of me on Twitter doing this. Oh, wow.
Peppermint salesman who died today. Oh, so someone already tweeted about us. Who's that? Who's tweeted about it?
That is... Hang on.
Is that Tim Coleman?
Tamara Bumpy Day. Tamara Bumpy A. Tamara Bumpy A.
Oh, okay.
I don't know who that is.
See, look, not my words. The words of Jason McIntyre, who's highly respected in this field. Great feature.
Did we do them all?
We did do them all. We did 4 each.
Oh yeah. Did you write any more? I got some I didn't. I rejected.
Oh, do you want to chuck them in now?
Gets himself out as ornate salad bowl.
You might have to do that again. I think we didn't hear the beginning.
Piers Morgan to rent himself out as ornate salad bowl. Trousers to be phased out by 2030. That's it.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, you've not had a good evening, so you've had 2 bongs. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's a drug joke. Kevin Smith is in the comments now going, right, dude.
Oh. Diane Telford is tomorrow Bumpy Day, and I've just followed you on Twitter. Welcome to...
Oh, look forward to some excellent content.
I'm going to say now that they should end the actual news like that. Just go, and that's it. Just sit back.
Well, they did. Have you ever seen there was like 1956 BBC.
Yeah.
The news was just like nothing happened today.
No, I didn't see that.
Nothing. Yeah. I mean, just had to fill half an hour.
The bloke goes something about Suez. I don't know. Before I continue, just to let you know, the phone lines are open. 0898 50 50 50. Calls cost 87 pence per second. Please ask the permission of somebody who pays the bills before you phone in, and don't phone in. It's just for fun. But before we carry on, I'd like to add that I've been asked by one of our many sponsors to run an advert this evening, because obviously if you were to win one of the prizes, you'd be going here but they wanted to add that there's been some events this week, and I said I'd happily include it in there for a small fee, and the check has cleared. So here we go. Welcome to the journey of a lifetime. Paradise on Earthland. Yeah, the greatest place ever. Why travel to expensive places like the Bahamas or Hawaii when you can have paradise for £6 a night?
Yeah, do you need the
Peugeot chalet systems, shared toilets, fixed windows. Some are broken. And don't let Junior spend the entire holiday playing on the arcade machine.
Whatever you do, don't mention the AIDS.
Okay, I won't. It's AIDS free now, okay? Fuck. Book now to avoid disappointings.
Yeah,
That's not correct.
it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
I've been handed this by a researcher who says the incident with Jean-Michel Jarre was unfortunate, but it happened and we'd like to move on. So please send your money if you'd like to stay at Paradise on Earthland, self-addressed envelope to the address you saw before, and book now to avoid disappointings. Thank you.
Good.
That was great.
You know what? It's 6 minutes past 10. It's time for a game.
Oh,
It's time for a bloody game of. Please, can you tell me who the fuck is that? Yeah.
It's good to talk.
You know what? Looking behind the veil for a second, there's too many fucking images and jingles this week, and it's really hard to keep up. But here we are. We're here. And for anybody asking, there he is. There's Terry Wogan.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he became, as the rule says, you know, there's things they say, they became the biggest love crime themselves. He became the biggest point of view himself with his massive cock. So there we go. So here we go. The rules are, if you've never played before, I show an image to Dean and Dan. If they don't get it, then it goes to you, and so on and so forth. So, Dean and Dan, please can you tell me who the fuck is this?
I mean, Melania Trump.
Oh, no.
one of the cores?
No.
One core. Good lookalike.
Jolie.
Who said that?
Angelina Jolie.
It is Angelina Jolie. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I see that.
Well done. Okay, so for our friends in the comments, you'll never get this, by the way. You know, if we sat here like those monkeys at typewriters, you'll never fucking get this. Who's this? Oh, when I saw this, I literally had to stop what I was doing and laugh.
I'll tell you who it looks like, but I guess if you think we won't get it, that to me looks like Dan O'Herlihy from RoboCop.
It's a very good guess, but it's not. No, it's not an actor. I'll say that now. It's not an actor. It's someone in politics.
It looks like Jeffrey from Rainbow.
It does look like Jeffrey from Rainbow, but no, someone in politics.
Yeah.
Has anyone got it? Let's have a look in the comments.
I think I've got a genuine idea, but an amazing guess.
Not George Washington. Could be, though, couldn't it? No, not Martin Jarvis. It's a political figure.
I mean,
oh fuck me! Someone's got it. No, it's not Ian Curtis. Jesus. Sorry, the comments jumped again. Where is it? Here we go. Ben Thomas. Give yourself a pat on the back. That's Chris Patton.
Okay.
I suspect you work for Susan Scott's lookalike agency because there's no way in a million years.
Because the thing is, you go Tony Benn and he'd be like, all right, fine.
Yeah. Right. Dean and Dan.
Who's hiring the last governor of Hong Kong for a party?
No one is. And we've got another one of those coming up later, and when we get there, we will all laugh like dwarves at a beer festival. Dean and Dan, who the fuck's this?
David Beckham.
Yeah, there you go.
You still trying to say that, but I didn't get in time. So
sorry, Dean, but we know
I've ever answered in my life as well.
Dan was using Welsh calligraphy. There are comments. Who's this? I think you'll get this quite quick. Oh.
I think even I know this.
No, I think there we go. It's Harry Styles, of course. Harry Styles, or as he's known in the country, Harry Footpath. Dean and Dan, who's this?
My name is the Transporter.
Yes,
Right,
of course. It is, of course.
And Widdicombe.
And Widdicombe. It is, of course, the Transporter.
Chris Graydon, former Transport Secretary.
This would be much funnier if I could remember the name of the van transport company you see on the motorways all the time. Jason Statham. Jason Statham. Right, comments. Please, can you tell me who the fuck is this? Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Oh, calm down, Dan.
Hang on. That is. I mean, who the fuck is that?
Yes,
Yep, it is indeed Jurgen Klopp.
Oh, okay.
I am Jurgen Klopp. That's my impression of him. Goodness.
So I know he's just written a book about Jurgen Klopp, and I still don't know who that is really.
Was it Prince Andrew? Dean and Dan, please can you tell me?
Yeah, somebody said that. Somebody just said Adrian Dunbar, and I was like, yes, that's who I was thinking of, but it's not.
Does look more like him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Who's this?
That princess thingy.
Bit of Middleton?
I'll accept Princess Thingy. Go on.
Yeah, Dean got it.
Dean knows. Go on.
Pippa Middleton.
No, the other one.
The other one.
The
one who's married to Prince Andrew.
Oh, God.
No, not Andrew. Fuck.
Anne Middleton. Anne Widdicombe.
Anne Widdicombe. That's right.
I can't remember her name now.
You had it half.
Middleton. Yeah, the other one.
Yeah, fuck it. Kate Middleton. Indeed.
Kate, thank you, yes.
Right, comments. Please, can you tell me who the fuck is?
Still happy about it. She's meant to be.
Queen of Hearts, Jane Middleness. That was the last one, and that made me laugh. Sorry. It's not Ant Middleton. Yeah, who's that? When I saw that, someone will get it because everyone sees things differently. But when I saw it, I thought
Stacey Dooley. That's who it looks
not
like.
Stacey Dooley. No, when I saw it, I thought, "Fuck off!" But someone will get it.
Doesn't she look like someone who has been brought to Britain with the promise of decent work?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not saying, but it feels like she's working off a debt to some snakehead.
It's not Stacey Dooley. It's not Louise Redknapp stroke nerding. It's not Karen Gillan. It's not Jennifer Aniston.
You know, she looks a bit like Bronson Pinchot from Beverly Hills Cop.
She does. Get the fuck out. Can't get the fuck out of here.
I will make you live with a little lemon. It's nice. It's a twist.
An angry estate agent surveying John's wank palace. Yeah, that's a look I'm used to with women. So yeah. It's not Lana Del Rey. No. It's not Cheryl Cole. Shall I put you all out of your misery?
Avril Lavigne.
No. I'll give you one last clue. She's British.
No, don't know one of them. Don't know any British people.
It might be one of Claire's hotel guests. It's not Helen Meat, whoever that is. It is. No, it's shall I tell you who it is? It's Jordan.
What?
Ah.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Dean and Dan. This one is very interesting considering what you've all been doing this week. Who's this?
Oh no. Jimmy Savile.
No. Not a million miles away though.
Oh, Prince Andrew.
It's Prince Andrew.
I wouldn't have got it, but
With the clue, yeah.
Yeah. Prince Andrew. And the last but one, this is the second to last one. Who's this? The country looks more like Jordan than she does, yeah.
Nice.
I look more like Jordan. Yeah. I like this. Get fucked, Jordan. Yeah. Who's this?
Oh my God.
This is a trick question.
Do you know
Tell you
what?
what.
Go on, look in the comment.
This is a trick question because Dean, tell the story.
This is a photo used by Brazilian publishers announcing a deal about one of my books they're doing, and that is a picture of me they used. It's a dentist from America called Dean Burnett. So there we go. And he looks enough like me.
Hang on. I have to ask. I forgot to ask this today. Did he shoot a lion?
I cannot rule it out. I'm sorry, I do not know, but it looks enough like me for me to find it sort of insulting. And again, I bought some running shoes today. So.
All right, last one. I'm going to throw this out to everybody. Actually, who's this?
Ooh.
Oh, look, Ben says you're sexy, Dean.
Oh, that's sexy, Dean. I think the other guy.
Oh, Jeremy Spake. I would not let Dean do a dentistry on me.
You shouldn't. I'm not at all trained to do so.
All Dean Burnett's also share genes, apparently. Sorry? Paul Burrell.
Is a really
No, it's not Paul Burrell. This is interesting. This is an interesting scientific experiment. Yeah, Mark's got it. It's leader of the Liberal Democrats, Ed Davey. Sorry, Sir Ed Davey. Or as I call him, Shred Davey. Like he's in charge of all the shreddies.
So that, just to be clear, that actually is Ed Davey.
He's actually Ed Davey, not a lookalike. And what is interesting is that nobody, apart from one person, knew who that was.
Yeah,
someone even said Phil Daniels off Neighbours.
Yeah.
Mr. Rock's got it because he's clever.
Oh, it's two. But more people thought that it was Burrell, the royal butler, than actual.
Claire asked around the Hall Hotel. They all said Hugh Bonville. I'm not saying he's been to the Hall Hotel. There we go. There's another very, very exciting chapter of.
Please, can you tell me who the fuck is that? Yeah. It's good to talk.
Still raking in the BT money.
You should be selling merch after every episode of this. I think half the people in the comments would buy a t-shirt that says, "I'm not saying I've been to the Hall Hotel." ...
Mm-hmm.
But if they have been to the whole hotel, that sort of makes it false advertising, so they could get into legal trouble.
I imagine Chris Isaac singing "Hall Hotel on a desert highway." Remember that one? Blue Hotel. Claire, get in touch. We'll do you a single. We'll put it out for children in need.
Merch. If Dan sits to his left, his lamp casts lens flare. Yeah, I've been going for that. This effect here is J.J. Abrams' director.
If we did do some merch, please let us know who wants to do some merch. Yeah, there we go. Chris is in. Blue Hotel, more like. You can always rely on Mr. Hewitt. Mr. Hewitt may look on the surface like I am serious film man, but he's a dirty fucker under the surface. And that's why I love
my
him.
mother is watching. I mean, that's all I want to know.
Chris does not care for matriarchs or patriarchs.
Fair enough then.
He is here for the bands. No, Chris is lovely. And thank you, Chris, for watching. We all love you. Get someone Etsy. Yeah, set us up an Etsy page, lads. Come on, you're all creative. I'm not. I sit here every week and drink fucking wine. I'm going to be dead soon. What are we going to do then? We're going to do your Friday nights then.
What do Friday nights when the pandemic's over? You haven't got it, you have no exit strategy. You've basically the invasion of Iraq and you've got no way out now.
I'm literally Comical Alley. I'm there every Friday going, hey! I'm inside my body. I'm fucking
that's a reference
on my lawn.
Let me ask you, I've been thinking about Comical Alley every day for the last couple of months, right? Because everything you read in the news is a lie. And I laugh, and I occasionally have to go back to that. I watch the clip of it going, we've destroyed their tanks and their cars and their shovels. And I watch it every week, and I love it.
He's very Churchillian.
Yeah. Someone said they buy a hoodie that says, "I caught Dan's rash." See the extent to which you can merchandise this insanity.
I don't know, Claire. I'm sorry. When he was talking about the tanks and the shovels, he was talking about the percussion player from M People. I would wear a JDDS bum bag. Blue Hotel is on Princess Street in Edinburgh. We know that's where Claire works. And every day she has to check people in under Smith and Jones.
Oh, Claire.
Spunky-faced Jones.
Claire, you have like a function room at the hotel, please let us know, because I mean, it'd be amazing to do a live show there.
We could go to Edinburgh next year and do a function in your room.
I heard the word function.
Yeah, I heard womb.
And I also thought your room sounds really rude. I didn't mean it like that. I heard you saying I caused Dan Treasure. Melon pants.
There we go.
Paul's going to be back next week with his melon pants. There's no American tanks in Worthing, unless you're talking rhyming slang. In that case, there's quite a few. I need a T-shirt with shitting Moomins on it. That was Paul's psychic drawing challenge a couple of weeks ago.
Paul's pictures would do really well on a T-shirt.
I get checked in under the name John Rain. Why not? Why not? It's a stupid name. You know how? I tell you what. You know how many times in my life, not at school, obviously, because kids don't ask that, but since school, people said to me, "Ha ha ha ha! Is John Rain your real name?" And I had to go, "Yes." And they're like, "No, seriously, is it?" And I'm like, "Yes." I mean, do you think that's the name I'd fucking pick? Guy Muscles or Kirk Lasagna?
It's too obscure a reference from them to be going, are you really called John Rain? Like the guy in the Little Seen Gary Oldman movie.
Or the books by Barry Eisler.
Which I've read one of, and it was basically fine.
Basically fine. I mean, again, that can go on my gravestone. Basically fine.
That's a cover quote.
Basically, and then the dates of birth and death, and then underneath by Barry Eisler.
Basically fine. I mean, I did challenge him once. I'm sure I said this on the show before. I did challenge Barry on Twitter and said, "Why did you call your character my name?" And love him. I've got a lot of respect for him. He replied pretty much instantaneously and said, "Dude, you have a cool name." And I thought, thanks, Barry.
Yeah.
And you know what? He won't let me hug him.
Well, you've been tested.
Well, this was before COVID. This was years ago when I had AIDS. Bodily function room. Let's go there. If someone did a function in, no, that's not gonna. If someone didn't know, we did that one. The most common pseudonym for Claire's whores is Mr. and Mrs. Armored Personal Carrier.
Claire, go down 2. Claire says she doesn't have a function room, but we can just do it on the stairs.
Well, apparently you can. Although we might get sprayed halfway through our show.
Yeah, we'll give you a deposit. No, wait a minute, that's the wrong. We'll give you $50 if you don't spray us down while we do our thing.
Look, we'll make it. We'll leave a deposit, but we'll have to make a withdrawal before we get there. John Rain was the Chinese version of True Grit, which is no, I'm not going to go there. No, seriously, if you want to make merchandise for us, go for it. You know, well, I run a podcast that has a space on a podcast merchandise website, and I don't see a fucking penny of it. But the people are buying T-shirts. Yeah.
How is that possible? Who's getting that money?
They did the deal with Great Big Al, man, not me.
You want to start a Redbubble? Start a Redbubble.
Cum bubble, more like.
No, because that's not a website. You just have
I tell you what, I've logged on a few times, if you know what I mean. If you go to podcastmerchandise.com, I think it is, and you can buy Smashpod merchandise. I don't see a red fucking dime of that shit. But help yourself, T-shirts and cups and totes bags. And you know what? Place them on my grave, baby, because I won't see a fucking dime of that shit. Yeah. But yeah, if you want to do something for this podcast, not a podcast, it's kind of a podcast, it's a video cast, go for it. You know what? It's time for another feature. We're going to talk to Dean about proper science, and believe me, I do this when I'm ad-libbing. I do it on the Mysteries podcast, and they all take the piss out of me, and I'm quite drunk. You can join in.
I'm really looking forward to this segment.
You can join in too, because we're going to ask Dean about science and a little feature we all like to call Dragon's Den. Science. What is it? When is it? How did it happen? Let's find out this evening. Dan, I believe you go first alphabetically. Ask Dean a question.
Okay. Dean.
Dan.
You find Rubik's Cubes too easy.
Yeah.
I've got one here that I've dipped in glue and glass. That's the pitch.
Do I want it? I mean, are you offering or is it offering?
I want to market it. I think people who find Rubik's Cubes too easy are going to find this one hard as fuck. Again, dipped in wood glue, shards of glass.
How big are the shards of glass? Because you can get some other gloves.
It's a variety.
So is it possible to move and put glass all over it?
No.
So it's paperweight? Is that what you're talking about?
And if you're not willing to put in the effort, that's all it fucking is, yeah.
So it's like a hardcore Rubik's Cube, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an Iron Man. Yeah, I can see a market for that. Yeah, I'll agree with that. That sounds good.
It's called I haven't thought of a name yet. I nearly said Pubix Cube.
Okay.
That's juvenile, but actually,
use some pubic hairs on it too to deter them, so it's a Pubix Cube. Wow.
Yeah.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, can you guess which one of us has to be up early in the morning to do stuff?
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This guy, he's got nothing to do. This guy's got to swim in with his kids.
Yes, swimming lesson 9 a.m.
Dan and I decided at about 1:30 this afternoon we're gonna get fucking hammered tonight. And you know what? We're doing it.
Follow through, guys. Let's be honest.
I might later. So, what do we think about that, Dean? Are you going in on it?
I think that's a good idea. I think there will definitely be a market for that. People do Iron Man challenges. People just eat raw chilies out of the bag. They'll do that just to show they can. So, yeah, I think
YouTube will love it.
Exactly. I'll do it then.
Don't do it on my account. This wasn't my idea. I'm just trying to like anyone's doing it. What is it about?
Okay,
right.
Dean.
John.
Can I ask you 3 questions?
You may.
Do you like money?
I'm ambivalent about money, but go on, yes.
Do you like fame?
Thus far, it's all right.
Have you ever watched a film and had to go to bed because it's too late and thought, God, I'd like to finish that?
Yes, loads of times, because for the podcast we do, yes.
Right, okay, well, let me introduce you to the brain tube.
Okay.
It's a microchip that's put in your brain, and it plays movies in your mind while you sleep, making your own private cinema in your head without the need for social distancing, queuing, expensive snacks, or cocks through popcorn tubs.
Are any of those optional extras? Like, could you have the popcorn cock if you wanted it?
Presumably, you can have that if you want. I mean,
that's like a deluxe package, yeah. So okay, because some people like that. Not naming names, but
don't be so fussy, Dean. Just say yes or no.
I don't want to deny a marketplace if there's one available. So I think it works, but it sounds like you've invented dreaming.
No. This is an actual film. So like you were watching, like for instance, you were watching Cloverfield. And you're like, it's 1 a.m. I've got to get up early in the morning and do science. I have to go to bed. And you go to bed and the film carries on in there.
Yeah.
And you wake up in the morning and the first thing you think is, oh, I enjoyed that.
Right. I have 2 questions for you. One is, do you actually experience the film or do you just remember it like you do with dreams?
You experience it.
Yeah. Second question, is Cloverfield on a shelf near you?
Yeah, it's just up there.
There we go. All right, I'm in then because of your honesty. Yeah, I'll invest in that.
Okay, great. Dan.
First of all, I'm so drunk right now. I haven't had wine this whole pandemic. I now realize, and I forget it's a very different drink to the beer. And if I'm heavy, I just feel joy. And that's weird because I haven't had that in a while, and I'm a little emotional. I forgot that I'm currently broadcasting to the world. Are you bored in meetings?
Yes, definitely.
This product that I've invented is a variation on the pacemaker. That detects when you are bored and gives you a heart attack as an excuse to get the fuck out.
I like it. I think it's got potential. How are we defining boredom here? Because if I'm just sort of like distracted on my phone, I don't want to be like given a stroke.
It also gives you a stroke if you want.
You're solving the wrong problem.
That's an additional attachment that is £69.
I'll say yes if we can work out a sort of threshold for what counts as boredom.
This is why I've come to you. Is there? Can you scan a brain? Can you go, oh, this person's bored?
there is a default state of default activity, which could either be focus, someone pay attention, or boredom. So basically, I'm thinking if you're enjoying a really good PowerPoint presentation, like some of us do, then that might trick it into thinking you need a heart attack. So, we need to, if we can get the thresholds right, I'll be up for it.
If there's a way for the thing to go, oh, this is the brain scans the brain, goes, this is bored, then it goes, then that's
according to current tech, you would need a massive helmet like in Brainstorm, but that's fine. You can wear those meetings. Right? They can't kick out.
The next stage is miniaturization. It's just the old fucking noggin.
Well, these are the stages of science, aren't they?
Yeah.
Dan, that's a great idea.
Yeah. Genuinely, I think that's the idea. I text you, and I think I might get rich off this one.
Sudden spate in heart attacks, like 7,000% increase in heart attacks in people who are otherwise utterly healthy.
Someone's suggesting that Dan should have a solo YouTube show where he drinks heavily. That's his stand-up act.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. You just described 2005 to 2013 there.
It's true.
And Clandadno.
Not bad.
Right, Dean, can I ask you 3 questions?
Please.
Do you like money?
Same opinion as last question? Yes.
Do you like influence?
So far, it's proven okay. Yeah.
Do you like animals?
Pets or edible?
Pets.
Yes, I'm fine with pets.
Let me introduce you to the Animal Talk 4.7 thousand. Ever wanted to talk to your dog?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, definitely.
Your chicken? Well, now with the Animal Talk 4.7 thousand inserted into your cortexes, you can talk to your dog about anything you want. Where he buried his things, what he thinks about people in general, and if he enjoys the varied works of Roy Clark. What do you think?
I think the concept is lovely, but there's there's a well-known philosophical comment whereby it says, if a lion could speak English, we couldn't understand it because we have no frame of reference which would overlap onto language. So
because it would be too raw.
Yeah.
The data would be too raw.
Yeah. But also, I like the idea, who's in the initial dictionary, the bed of words which you apply to the dog language?
Computer.
There we are then. Solves everything. I've seen the Marvel films. Nanotechnology, that's what you need, isn't it?
Exactly. Get my nan to do it, it'd be sorted. She's dead, sadly. But she looked like John Pertwee.
Is that why she's dead? Just attacked by Daleks.
The Colombians were after John Pertwee. They got my nan. Dan, why don't you give your next idea?
Yeah, I will. I just want to say to everyone I was in the comments who were asking if I'm okay, I'm the best I've been in some time.
I've never seen him this happy.
You have, but you were this happy as well at the time.
I've seen you as drunk as this.
Yeah. And outdoors as well in Edinburgh. Right, no.
In Edinburgh, yeah.
Here's a machine that pukes out smells.
Is it a person? They do that.
Machine.
Okay.
It's the vintage smell machine 2000. Do you miss the smell of a video shop in the summer?
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one that got me thinking. But other people like other smells. Do you like the smell of Margaret Thatcher's bullet-repelling anti-assassination hairspray? The hot metal smell of a failing CRT television.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's very on brand.
Then this one is more niche, but the vomit and fag smell, but also marzipan of the wimpy party room in Carmarthen.
Yes, I'm familiar.
You can have all of these and probably some others with the new, whatever I call it, the Start 2000.
It does sound like a very specific vape. So the technology is there.
Yeah, it's not a vape. It's for the smell. Odorize your house. It's like, having sexy time to smell like a Ritz video from 2001.
Like Febreze.
Genuinely.
Yes.
If we work on a mechanism, that would be a million seller easily. So yeah, I'm happily on board with that. That is.
I'd love my.
They love these smells.
I'd love my living room to smell like a Ritz.
Mine to the cup, and I've gone straight to the bottle. Carry on.
No, I was saying I'd love my living room to smell like a Ritz video shop in 1992.
I think I tweeted a while back. I'm homesick for the 90s, but in my head, I was thinking, it's just that smell, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that smell, and then somebody's got a poster of what was one of that Irish horror film, something Rex.
Rawhead Rex.
Rawhead Rex. That is my memory of. That was the last time I was happy.
1987 was the last time you were happy.
Well, the poster was up for a while, so maybe 1990.
Okay.
Faded by that point.
Okay. Dean.
John.
What do you think?
Oh, that was a great idea. Yeah, I think that's easily a big seller. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Would you invest?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because your friend Brian Coxix says that the smell and taste is a time machine.
It definitely is. Yes, smell is most linked to memory. It's got direct connection rather than
So
goes to the thalamus.
What Dan's effectively pitching there is a time machine.
Cognitive, yes. It's as time machine as your video dream machine. But yeah, it works.
Well, Dan, I'd invest if I could.
Yeah, I miss that smell.
So, Dan, we need you to make some smells. Okay, that's what we need from you.
Well, to be honest, when you said you had something that was definitely like world changing, this to me is more world changing than the other one.
I've got another one that I think is world changing.
Okay. All right. Well, Dean.
John.
Have you ever wanted to do magic but felt it was too hard?
Yeah. Also too wanky sometimes, but go on.
Now you can with the Magicatron. Just take a course of neural tablets, and within 6 weeks, you'll be able to make horses disappear, people float, and fish talk. What do you reckon?
Are you trying to sell me some LSD?
No.
What's happening here?
No, it's a science.
They say that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. So I guess that's where you're at.
When they brought the first caveman a lighter, did he not think it was magic?
He would have done, yes.
When they brought him a tire, did he not think it was magic?
When they brought him a fish, did he not eat for a day? And so on and so on.
Or did he put the fishing rod between his groin and make it like it was his giant penis?
He's right up his own ass because he doesn't know what else to do with it. I'll invest in that. Sounds great. Let's do that.
Fantastic, Dan.
Fantastic, Dan. Yes, let's go with that new name.
Again, reading the comments, it's not a rash now. It's just a redness brought on from booze, right?
It's a Welsh thing. Come on.
It's a Welsh. Comrade Burnett and the Dan Rash Show. No one's going to watch that. All right, this is my last bit.
Okay.
Have you got some cunts you ate?
For the sake of argument, let's say yes. Yes.
But you're too scientifically minded to really believe in voodoo dolls. Here's what you do with my new product. You find the cunt you ate and you buy him a present of like a jacket. And you say, here you go, cunt, I bought you a jacket. And you put it on. Right? And then you go home. And they don't know that the jacket's Wi-Fi enabled. And you've got a voodoo doll of the cunt. Right? That's also Wi-Fi enabled. And when you poke it, it electrocutes him in the same place in the jacket.
I think that's a great idea if, right, suggestion, the zip, as soon as you do the zip up, that triggers it, magnet locked, can't take it off.
They're going to get suspicious.
Well, when it starts electrocuting them, I think that's going to be the game up anyway.
No. It's like a little thing. They're like, what is that? It's not bad. It's not like, I'm going to take this jacket off. They're like, oh, that's a weird sensation. It's, Yeah,
but they won't wear it again then. So I think it should be all or nothing first go.
What, you just kill them?
Okay, just proper agony. Otherwise, they're not going to wear it again. Either way, they're like, put the jacket on. No, it keeps stabbing me. Like there's some pins in it or something. They won't wear it again.
What you said. Slightly different idea, but this is a jacket that electrocutes cunt.
Well, I thought that was your idea. But yes.
I know, but I was going to do it more subtle. You've gone all in. You're a monster.
But people won't wear it. They put on once, they go, bzz, bzz, ow, they take it off, won't wear that again. Where did the jacket come from? Some guy don't like give it to me. So, I think you need to, But I think, definitely it's got appeal.
Right, I've got an investor in the comments. I'd buy Dan's electric cunt.
Well, them in the student union as well, I think.
Bubble immediately after the show. Someone put guessing Dan as a long list of victims. I don't actually, but I know other people do.
Oh, come on. Dean.
John.
My last product for this evening.
Yes.
You might want to get your checkbook out now. And you, Dan, because I'm looking for investors. This is called the Spaffomatic 7. Dean,
John,
ever wanted to shoot things out of your urethra? i.e. Star Wars figures, pencils, small rocks? Well, now you can. There's a small electrical pulse into your cortexes. You can fire anything out of your cockhole with wild abandon.
First off, that is actually I've had actual nightmares about that. So
okay. But what do you think? I mean, imagine if your house was overtaken by a burglar like Charles Manson, and your wife was being held captive by Charles Manson, and you thought, "Hang on, I've got Han Solo up my japsai. I can shoot him." Apologies, I meant urethra. You can shoot him into Charles Manson.
Yeah.
I know that's me being racist. You can shoot him into Charles Manson's face and distract him. You could be like, "Hang on, Charles Manson, I'll just get my penis out." What do you think?
I think it sounds like you've invented...
I'll tell you what, if you don't invest, the alarm companies are very interested.
Okay, well, talk to them, because it sounds like you invented a 3D printer powered by solid spunk and agony, which isn't really something I'm a big fan of.
Okay, well, you're not going to invest. Okay, and yes, Tim, I'm sorry. Razy lacism. God, I read that as the opposite. I'm sorry, that makes me sound more racist now. Before we go, actually, we're going in 20 minutes, but we've got a Hollywood star visiting us this evening, haven't we, Dean?
Oh, yeah. He's in here somewhere. He's I'll just go and find him if I can.
You know what? I'm gonna. Yeah, Dean's had to duck out for a minute. Dan, isn't it interesting that spots? No, what have you been doing this week?
I've been drinking this bottle of wine the entire week, and what have you been up to apart from the COVID test?
I've had a COVID. I've been hanging at home. I've had to isolate. I couldn't go to work.
What? Well, you said because of a reason. What happened? Did you stand in front of a Fleming man?
No, the person I live with went to see somebody who's now got COVID.
Oh, bollocks. That's a fucking pain in the lungs.
Yeah, so I had to take all necessary precautions.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, please.
Terry Thomas.
Yeah.
A good Terry or the best Terry?
I think he's a good Terry.
Who's the best Terry? Because I heard Terry, who was his name? Terry Jones, not Terry Jones, Terry and June Terry.
Terry Scott, he's the worst Terry.
I heard he was a cunt, but I only heard that tonight.
He was into our... We have to go, Dan. We have to go for a minute because we're joined by Hollywood royalty.
Oh, my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you Rodney Dangerfield.
Hey, you all right? Yeah? How you doing? Rodney Dangerfield here. Huh? Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield in there. Here, it's nice to be here, filling in for Paul Litchfield. Paul Litchfield, he's a nice guy, I tell you. One time he loaned me some money and didn't pay him back for a week, and he only broke one of my legs. Nice guy. Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield, because what could be better than combining old school Catskills one-liners with neuroscience? They go together like me and my wife. People see it, they think, how did that happen? And it's painful to watch. Yeah. This thing on. Tell you I get no respect at all. One time I went to my doctor and I said, Rodney, you have amnesia. I said, amnesia? What's that? He said, I'm not telling you again. You had to be there, I guess. I like the brain, you know. Big fan of the brain. I love how flexible it is. It's only part of me that is flexible these days. Not saying I'm stiff these days, but if I want to bend over, at the time I sure have to clear my calendar. You know? Funny in my head. Tell you my body's in bad shape. One time I told my wife I want to leave my body to science. She said I'd struggle to leave it to SeaWorld. I mean, sea mammals are like 60% blubber, but apparently even they got to draw a line somewhere. But yeah, I know. I love how flexible the brain is, you know. Flexible. It can change really quickly, you know. One time I met a girl in the bar and I said, can I buy you a drink? And she said, sorry, I'm a lesbian. I said, when do you know you're a lesbian? She said, when you started talking to me. Tell you I got no respect, no funding neither. I'm an experiment the Dean created for no reason whatsoever. But I like the brain, you know. I like it so much I went for an MRI scan. I said to the doctor, what's it like in the scanner? He said, it's cold, uncomfortable, and you're not allowed to move. So it's like sex with my wife. He thought it was funny. He didn't really. But I think the brain is cool. I think my brain is cool. One time I said to my wife, I will leave my brain to science when I die. She loved the idea. She loved it so much she said, why wait? Yeah. Sorry, I got this weird condition where sometimes I turn into Sam Eagle from the Muppets. Build your life as you build this building, Master Scrooge. It's weird. It's getting better. I tell you, my body's falling apart. My body's not going right. Just because I have balls of tissues for eyes. I tell you, it's not great. It saves a lot of time when you're crying, which I do a lot. One time I went to the doctor and I said, Doctor, I need some antidepressants. He gave me a box of cereal. Told me they're the latest thing. Said they were called Cheery-Ups. He must be a quack. I never even heard him echo. It's a sort of science story, but it's not a thing. So, you know. One time I went to see a psychiatrist. I sat down and he said, tell me about your childhood. I said, hey, buddy, $50 an hour. You tell me about my childhood. It's not my car to afford to get in here. You do all the work. No respect. No respect at all. So anyway, that's my time. If you want to see more of my stuff, just check out the nearby missing persons posters, wherever you are. My face is usually the one that says, missing husband, no reward. Just wanted to brag. Good night.
Rodney Dangerfield was here, everybody.
The star of that film that we watched.
Lady Pedophiles.
Lady Pedophiles, which was the best. Fuck, you know what? I don't know how many people in this watch. I'm using this as a weapon now. Listen to the podcast on a Tuesday night. But that Ladybugs made us all feel dirty as fuck.
Yeah, it was grim. It's grim.
But I'm glad that we had Rodney Dangerfield here then to defend his position.
And Rodney Dangerfield was here this evening.
That's correct.
To talk about it.
Dean's back. Hello, Dean.
Hi, Dean. You missed Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, that's a shame. Big fan.
Yeah, I know you are. You'd been livid because he's got the exact same shed as you.
You know, I modelled it after his, to be honest. It's, you know.
Well, his is in Hollywood, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But he's a big fan of your books.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's wine, don't worry. It's my wine mug, as you know.
You know what? My eyes are going, so in order to read the comments, I'm having to get this close now.
Wow. Close one eye.
More cowbell. God. Fuck. He's back.
Look, that's unfortunate. They're all saying that Rodney Dangerfield had tissues for us. That's mean. He can't help his eyes.
Well, every organ is made of tissue, if you want to get technical.
That's right. I mean, even the penis.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Little known fact that the bottle Don, I guess I mean Dan, is gesticulating with is the one used by Kinga off Big Brother. That was when I stopped watching Big Brother, but is she the lady that put a bottle up her
I don't know.
All tomorrow's parties? What was the beef from Rainbow? Don't encourage him.
Yes. Oh, George. Someone just made a reference to Foster Brooks, which, let me just tell you this right now. That makes this is literally the best show currently airing in the UK. Right? The fact that people watching this who can make a Foster Brooks reference like it's not fucking anything, right? It's incredible. You've got the, am I trying? Yes. You've got the best audience in media right now.
This guy. Yeah.
Right? Foster Brooks. Dean, you know who Foster Brooks is, right?
No.
This is all that reference is that neuroscientist and Whoopi Goldberg friend Dean Burnett know who Foster Brooks is. He was an alcoholic comedian from the 70s who's very funny. It's a shame about the
alcoholism, yeah.
Well, I'd like to say, because we've only got 12 minutes left, but I'm going to say anyway, because I'm really quite drunk.
Good
Dan,
night.
Dean,
John.
love you both so much. It's lovely to have you here for 2 weeks and do an exciting live YouTube show. Wasn't it exciting?
We're going to steal your format and do a Welsh language one and have you on as a guest.
Please, I'd love to. I dream of guesting on other people's things.
You know a couple of things. You want a Beatles podcast?
That was ages ago. I don't get on other people's things so much because
Jenny thought you said Beatles podcast. Then I thought you had a podcast. He was
no. Well, I was on a Beatles About podcast. Yeah, called
Jeremy Beatles podcast.
Best episodes of Beatles About. No, I don't get to go on other people's podcasts too much because I'm always doing my own fucking thing.
You can come on my podcast when I finally do my Clint Eastwood podcast.
I'm not going to come on your podcast, Dan. That would be disgusting.
All right, you can guest on my podcast and not speculate. Although
I've got 5 fucking podcasts right now. 5.
Smurshpod.
Yeah.
Learning. Our Tuesday thing. The Doctor one.
Mysteries.
And one where you dip your balls in different things every week. Which, if I may, is the best one. And I thought that Marie Margulies was wonderful in that episode.
She was great. She did a big fart at the end.
Yeah. But she was so generous to hold the cup of warm honey.
I'll interview for Thrive if you want. What's Thrive? What is it? Tell me. When I'm on other people's podcasts, I like it because you know why? I don't have to drive it, and it's lovely.
Yeah, you do an incredibly good job of memorizing what the fuck happened in this bullshit we have to watch.
Yeah,
fair play, man. Fair play.
When I'm on other people's podcasts, I often make loads of notes and then think, no, I don't have to because they'll do it, and I just have to chip in. It's so relaxing, but I don't get to do many other people's ones. So please, if you've got one, ask me up. I'll do it if I've got time.
He's got.
And watch American Wolf after this preparation for killing. Yeah, we had a very good episode of that last night. Lots of fun.
What was last time was American Werewolf, was it?
We did American Wolf last night. I noticed that the werewolf at the end is a very chonky boy.
That is horrible.
He's a very chonky boy. He's a oh Lord, he coming at the end. John Rain's ball dipping podcast.
This week, marmalade.
Oh. Haha, website with 2 million unique news per month. Use it to link to your own site and get a bit. Are you a bot, Wendy?
Wendy's not a bot. I know Wendy. She's right.
Thrive is a best-selling time and chive lovers podcast. Wendy, seriously, if it's a proper podcast, come on. I want to be able to.
What does it get a better DA? Is that like a district attorney?
Yeah. Get a better DA. Wendy, please explain yourself. What are we doing this week, chaps? What's up? What's happening? What's down with the old bank holiday on the Mondays? What are we doing?
Oh, I'm taking my kid to Peppa Pig World, so that's going to be fun.
Oh, but hey, fun fact about Peppa Pig World: the son did an expose, and literally everything there is covered in cocaine, and I haven't made that up.
Good.
Everything.
They really enjoyed it. That explains a lot.
Why everyone's walking around going, dinosaurs.
Yeah, I've been there, and it was awful. I was doing without a neck tattoo, and I know you've got one, so.
My kids have discovered something which is they used to tell me about, and it's one of those things your kids are like, Daddy, you have to watch this, it's so funny, and you think, meh, it's going to be like someone falling over. But they watch something called Peppa Pig YTP.
Okay.
And it's genuinely at times so funny. It's just someone's edited Peppa Pig and they've put in little bits and pieces here and there. But it's really funny. So if you've got kids who are about 8, 9, like mine, and show them Peppa Pig YTP, it has to be by a particular one. His picture is something of a llama, and his videos are genuinely really funny. If you're watching Llama Bloke who does Peppa Pig YTP, you're very good. I'm a copywriter. SEO is my thing. You can read my work with David Hayter. But you haven't said what your podcast is, Wendy. Sarah says, I love cocaine.
I like Sarah. She's very vocal this evening, and I've enjoyed her business.
Sarah's always fun, as is Ben. Peppa Pig, the new condiment of pork podcast, and the Great Big Owl. Support Great Big Owl if you can, because they got really fucked over this year. If you'll give me a minute to say, is that they paid for office space that we were using to record the podcast. And when COVID broke out, obviously they haven't been able to use it since February. And they're now being charged, and they've got no wiggle room to say we haven't used the studio in 7 months. They have to pay for the whole thing. So if you can support Great Big Owl any way you can, that'd be great, because it's not fair. It's shit.
Yeah. Are they still in that office?
They've moved to a different one now in Tottenham Court Road. But yeah, similar setup. Same people.
Mm-hmm.
and it's shit. The one we went to, we had to fucking sign in at reception, and
Yeah.
the one we went to, and when I did a podcast with Paul and Tom, and we got to reception, they were like, "Your names, please," and I'm like, "John Rain." Tom says, "Tom Neenan," and Paul went, "Lenny Kravitz," because the girl behind reception was probably about 18. Was like, "Right, Lenny, how does that spell?" And he's like, "No, not really." But it was really funny. You had to be there. Love corporate talk. Yeah, nah, John can't read or write. It's true. It's true.
Not right now, anyway.
I heard about the office space thing. That's shit. Let's burn down the building. Yeah, but just support Grey Big Al if you can. They've got lots of fantastic podcasts, not just mine. I would never say mine's fantastic, but they've got lots of other really good ones.
I really want to pitch one. I want to pitch one to him.
I've told you this so many times. Do it.
I know, but then it's thinking of the right idea, isn't it?
But you had a good idea when you told me last time.
I know, but then I didn't do anything with it for 3 months. I was busy.
But you're busy being on Welsh telly.
Yeah.
You've just played a lawyer, haven't you?
I have, and I don't think they can cut me out, so I can tell you what happened now. I'm a lawyer.
Go on.
I'm a lawyer on. Wait a minute, I got the script here. I'm a lawyer on Keeping Faith, the biggest Welsh TV show in Wales.
Is that like is that seriously like a Welsh-only detective show?
No, it was a Welsh show, and then it went on iPlayer, the first series, and it became like a big hit. And now it's sold in America, and then I'm in the new series, and I'm like the lawyer who's against the main character in a case in the middle. I filmed it. I was on with Sian Phillips, who was the witch from Dune.
Wow! Yes, I remember her. She was all bald in it.
And I didn't bring that up because I'm a gent, but I had lunch with her one day. I'm in a proper like BBC drama.
Nice.
Dean, shall we? Dan, you know we're always proud of you, no matter what you do. But that's amazing. I was proud of you when you were doing stand up in someone's shed the other day. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm better at that. I don't know. I haven't seen the footage back. I think I look like this as a lawyer in a serious drama. In a sense,
but you'd shaved all your beards off that, hadn't you?
My haircut was for that, and they said, genuinely, this is what happened. They went to cut my hair, and they looked at it and they went, "Ah, fuck it, he's supposed to be a shambles." Genuinely.
Hey Dan, do you remember when we did a pub quiz? We won.
Oh my God, that was like 3
Do you remember who the question master was? It was David Quantick.
What, David Quantick?
Yeah, we won.
It was Jason and it was the Great Big Over.
Jason Hazley. Joel was supposed to be there, but he couldn't make it. So it was Hazley and Quantick.
David Quantick keeps retweeting me, but doesn't follow me. What's that about?
He's David Quantick.
Well, that's true. Have you read his new book?
No, not yet.
I love it when it gets to this level of the night. We're just chatting about. Have you read his new book? Is it shit?
But that quiz, our fucking team, that was you and Sarah.
Yeah.
Al Murray.
The Al Murray, the commissioner of Radio 4.
Yes.
Somebody else who did that weird nighttime Radio 4 show where they were in bed talking, and on the table next to us was Alan Davis and
I can't remember
the one who says the racist thing in Alan Partridge.
Oh, Kevin Eldon. Yeah. But we fucking won, and you know why we won? Because I got all the police academy. You and me. This is how we bonded. Sorry, Dean. This is how we bonded because it came to the point where they were like, name all the sequels to Police Academy films, and you and I were instantly like,
yeah,
their first assignment, back in training, Citizens on Patrol, assignment Miami Beach, City Under Siege, Moscow, whatever. And it was like, yeah, and we fucking won the quiz.
Yeah. Did we get a commission out of it? Did we?
No, we didn't. No. Sorry, Dean. Hey, Dean, how many pub quizzes have you won with Dan?
Every time I tried, we failed. So
yeah, we've only played pub quizzes like twice, and I think we sucked.
I don't think we did. I don't think we ever have actually.
We had. Well, maybe not. Remember, we had every Monday shitty pub with the little stage.
Oh, Pen and Wig, yeah, that was on the background, and one of the hosts actually on the woman was hosting it on the microphone saying, Okay, so how many legs does a quadruped have? Oh, God. This is going to be a tricky one. Like 10 minutes later, quadruped.
I've never lost a pub quiz. That's my fact.
Nice.
Yeah. I've done loads. I've never lost.
I think I'm going to write you two a pub quiz next week. Then you and Litchfield can go against each other.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. If he comes back from Greece, he might be isolated.
Really?
It's on the list, isn't it? Or going to be on the list?
Oh, I don't know. What are you going to do next week then? Who are you going to have? Who's going to be guesting next week if he can't come back?
Me, myself, and I, my friend.
I will watch 2 hours of John just getting pissed and talking to the camera.
I haven't been this pissed in weeks. This is great.
I love how mean people are getting at this time of night in the comments as well. Dan looks like Emil in RoboCop after he's doused in toxic waste.
Dan's the girl in the ring.
Dan is the girl from the ring.
All right. We dropped a very boring pub quiz question, but we're drunk. What do you expect? Jesus Christ.
Come on, we're all.
You know what? I'm going to overrun by a couple of minutes just to make up for that. Dean, what are you up to this week? We didn't get to you.
I'm going to Peppa Pig World. I'm going to come back. And we're going
to after that, what you got any work stuff on?
Oh, I'm just doing writing because that's my job at the moment. So, yeah.
You're working on a new book at the moment?
Yep, 2. So,
2 books?
Yeah, I try to do 2 a year. Then.
Porno.
What?
One of them's a porno.
Well, there's porn in it.
Who done it?
Is that in it? Yeah. Who done the porno? Me. There we go. Solved both questions.
Oh, well, you'll get a podcast out of that and you'll go to Albert Hall.
No one in it, just me.
Albert Hall. In that case, well, maybe we've run out of time. I don't know. I'm quite enjoying seeing how drunk Dan is. I know Dean's got to go swimming in the morning, but
I know.
I think Dan's up for being up to about 3 in the morning at this point.
More wine then? Or is that the last of it?
But no, maybe it's time to say adieu.
Adieu.
It just remains me to say, Dean, Dan, thank you so much for doing the last couple of weeks. It's
really
been lots of fun.
I've had a lovely time.
Yes, that's evident.
Wow. What a time we've had.
Wow.
Look, Connery.
The ice.
It's been great
fun. Break.
It's been quite a thing. It's been great. You're all good people. Got a
love you guys. No, love you. No respect, but I love you.
This guy, I love this guy with the voice and, slightly big eye.
Welcome. Hey, big fan. Don't like the movies, but big fan of you. Yeah.
And one day, if we figure it out and coronavirus goes away, maybe we'll do a JDD. Well, we'll do a Tuesday Night Movie Club JDD type thing live one day. Who knows?
Yeah, we do that. No
that would be lovely.
Indeed.
Maybe as part of a cosmic shambles where we get crisps.
Well, I can only ask.
What I will say is thank you, Dan.
Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dean.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Dan.
And everybody, thank you for watching as per usual. Take care. Sleep well. Don't have nightmares. And I'll see you next week. Bye.